Welcome to My Hometown, the program that explores clubs, organizations, businesses, and issues across Nassau and Suffolk counties and sheds light on the different towns that are making a difference.
Hello and welcome to My Hometown. I'm Bill Horan, along with my co-host, Stacy Raine.
And Bill, today we're going to learn about the Glen Cove Downtown Business Improvement District, located adjacent to Glen Cove's waterfront. The downtown encompasses part of State Route 107, Glen Cove Road, Pulaski Street, Glen Cove Avenue, Brewster Street, School Street, Glen Street, and Bridge Street.
Our guest today is Jill Nossa, their executive director. Jill, welcome to My Hometown on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Thank you.
Jill, tell us what the Glen Cove Downtown Business Improvement District is all about. What is that?
Well, we are a nonprofit organization that serves the businesses. We have probably 300 or so different businesses within our district, not all storefronts, but different businesses that we promote, market. We're there to assist with any issues in any way we can. We also do capital improvements downtown, and we host special events.
And
so we're very busy.
Friends I've had in other towns have really raved about groups like yours because it helps them. It's, as you say, it promotes events, it gets the word out, and it generates business for the local merchants. So
Our goal is really to support, to provide services adjacent to the city, things that the city doesn't provide, to add that extra support.
Yeah. I mean, I know I'm familiar with events and such, but what does the Business Improvement District, so I think short is BID, right? What do can you tell us a little bit more about the kinds of things you do in the area? And I'm curious, you said sometimes that they have issues, they'll come to you. What kind of issues do you help with?
Well, if new businesses are opening, we point them in the right direction to make sure they get their permits. We can point them in the direction of the CDA to get matching grants for new signs or facades if that's needed. And little things, if they have trash, snow removal, things like that, we can talk to the right departments at the city to help get those kinds of things taken care of.
Right.
We also market businesses. We offer free advertising several times a year, so we can do commercials on News 12. And we take photos and add those to the commercials to promote these businesses, and it's free to them. It used to be a different program, but since COVID, we started offering it for free instead. It's just a little bonus.
You said the CDA. What does that mean?
The Community Development Agency.
Gotcha.
Yes,
okay.
Sorry.
That's all right.
We have to learn.
We have lots of
lingo.
acronyms.
Yeah. Don't we all? Don't we all, Jill? So every summer you produce a downtown Sounds Free concert. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Sounds fun.
It is so fun. It started in 1997. It started as Jazz in the Square, and it grew. It's grown quite a bit in the 7 years since it started. And so every Friday night in July and August, we offer a 2-hour concert from 7:30 to 9:30. We hire the bands, we hire sound, and we close the streets, and we pretty much have a dance party in the street. And now we get like 1,000 to 2,000 people per night, and it's a lot of fun. And we get people out dancing, good music. Everyone really enjoys it and looks forward to it. Last summer was my first as executive director, and it was beautiful. We had lots of thunderstorms that threatened the concerts, but we were able to hold every single one under clear skies, and it was like just the best. It was very, very exciting. A little bit of stress for sure in planning all that because so much goes into it. But they, when you see the people come out, you just know that it's what they've been looking forward to all week, and it's been it's wonderful to hold it, and it helps the businesses too because we close the streets and the restaurants get business.
I was just going to ask that. Does it really generate, or is everybody out there dancing? And
no. Some of our restaurants in particular definitely get a lot of support from the community.
And I think it's fun getting out there and seeing your neighbors, especially what we have today. Most of us are on the cell phones or on the computer, just to honestly get out there, like kind of what we picture maybe 60 years ago, small town, Long Island, where you do something on a Friday night, whether it's barbecue or marshmallow roast or something, whatever is into that or that town is into. But you get to see your neighbor actually and talk to them one-on-one, which is amazing. You know?
Yeah. And some people come out every week no matter what, and others come depending on the music or whether they're in town. And it is definitely a great way to catch up with people. And it absolutely brings the community together.
I was about to say, it's such a good way to build community. I'm surprised that Bill hasn't confirmed his favorite thing. He always says, but is it free?
I didn't want to embarrass you because I thought maybe there is a charge. But you're right.
No, it's free to the community.
Oh, we love that word.
Yes, we do. Exactly.
You hear that word? Free.
Free concerts.
Yes,
I mean,
free
that's a
concerts.
rare occurrence. So
Yeah.
I'm going to put this on my list for July. You said July and August, right?
July and August. Yep.
So are kids welcome?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's a family event. And actually 2 years ago we started a teen idol contest.
Oh, that's fun.
So so to get the local talent, local singers, and it was really fun. We started it the first year we did it in the middle of the concerts, and then last year we did it ahead of the concert. So we brought people down at 7 instead of 7:30, and we had all the contestants sing one song every week. Someone was eliminated. And it came down to the final 2, and it was very exciting, and it definitely brings, it's a lot of, you have to give a lot of credit to these teenagers who are up there singing, some of them only 13, 14 years old. And it was another way to bring the younger crowd in, because we did see a lot of younger families supporting their friends.
Right.
And so that's
a great idea.
Yeah.
Stacey and Jill, I want to tell you that
Yeah.
pre-pandemic, we used to do this as a fundraiser in my town here on Long Island. And it was like the teen idol, just like the TV show type of thing. And the great support from the students who some had the guts to perform and some very young ones. And it was all with a good spirit. So even if you were terrible, they got out there and tried to help you, and the directors of it. But the support from the audience, because if someone was up there singing, they had 8 or 10 or 20 friends screaming for them. So everybody really got into it. And what a great way for the community get to know one another, support one another, and have some fun memories and maybe a few pictures, and then get out and take care of the restaurants and the stores in the area.
Exactly. Yes.
That's a great project. I think you've got to get your children out there. For
I know. It sounds like fun to me. What types of music or bands are usually there?
We get all genres. We get funk, soul, country, classic rock, of course, pop. That's
something for everyone.
Yeah,
right?
something for everyone,
and lots
for
of
sure.
experience. Oh, that
Disco,
sounds like tons of fun.
Yeah. We try to change it up.
I love it when you can close the streets, and it just makes it like an automatic party, right? You've got music, you've got the streets closed. I'm in. I'm in.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now look for her there, because she will be in. She'll be there.
Perfect.
She'll be the dancing, and you'll see 3 little boys running around. Having some fun.
Excellent.
Joe, is there a calendar or something? People hearing this is just one event we're talking about. We'll talk about many others. But if someone's looking, say, oh, what are the things they have? I didn't know they had this, and we love that word, free. How would they find out about this?
Well, we have a website, of course,
Okay.
glencovedowntown.org. We also are on Facebook and Instagram, so we post all our calendars there. And so we're pretty easy to find, the Glen Cove Downtown Bid. And, every Friday, like I said, July and August. Our first one starts July 5th. Last one will be August 30th, so all summer long. And we also have other events as well.
So Glen Cove Downtown
.org.
.org. Okay.
Yep.
We're going to ask you that by the end of the show again, because sometimes people want to jot it down. But this sounds like something for people in that area to have a lot of fun with.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, I'm sure that you're happy if people come from out of the area and join in.
Absolutely. We try to get everyone. We also
I'm pointing at Stacey now.
Yeah, we advertise on News 12 to try to get everyone to come downtown, because we want everyone to come support our businesses and to see how great our downtown is.
Right.
And it's really kind of amazing to see the crowds that come out, and you know, just to see all those people enjoying themselves, especially when the weather is nice. And
when you run an event, I'm wondering, is there something that you find just surprises you, whether it's the age of most of the people, older than you thought, younger, that more people are dancing or not dancing, or is there something that just amazes you about it or surprises you?
Yeah, I mean, to see the people dancing is definitely great, and
Yeah.
it's more, and it's kind of predictable. Everyone starts out in their seats. You can bring a long chair and sit back and relax. But once it starts getting dark, everyone is up and dancing, and it's great. Country dancing or country music, it's the line dancing. Or sometimes there's the conga line.
So you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh,
yeah.
Intriguing. See, that doesn't that sound like fun, Bill?
It does. No, and I think it's an opportunity for kids today because they probably don't have that much one-on-one contact they have in school, but outside of it, it's all on the computers or the cell phones that they can really stand near a friend and see them and just say, hey, we both like this music, or we both like the line dancing, or just have some fun and maybe go out afterward and have an ice cream or something.
They can learn line dancing. See,
there you go.
This is the perfect place to learn, I think.
Or salsa dancing. We have Latin. I forgot to mention that too.
Yeah, all kinds of things.
Yeah,
something for everybody.
Yep.
So the restaurants are people. So you're bringing through this Downtown Sounds concert. You're bringing people into, so they get to see the downtown. It kind of exposes the downtown a little bit more. It's building community. Is there, what are the things that we haven't talked about that the Downtown Sounds is doing to impact the community? I mean, we probably covered it, but it feels it's such a huge thing.
It is huge. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. We get sponsors for the event, so we have different businesses that come in as sponsors, and sometimes they have tables set up there so you can learn about them, get more information. This year we might bring in a few more vendors so that there's a little bit more for the people who want to come down but maybe don't want to sit and dance or sit and or dance, and maybe learn about other businesses and things happening, nonprofits. We actually last year we had one of our nonprofits came almost every week, I think. They're called Nosh, and they were getting donations for their they deliver food. They started in the pandemic, and they deliver food to the community.
Donations, and
they're
exposure.
located downtown. So so that was they loved being there, just reaching out to the community and spreading the word. So we try to enhance other organizations as well as much as we can.
Right.
Do the businesses work with you on this? I'm sorry.
Well, I'm going to take a minute to remind our listeners that you are listening to My Hometown on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. My name is Stacy Raine. I'm here with Bill Horan, and we're learning about the Glen Cove Downtown Business Improvement District, located adjacent to Glen Cove's waterfront. Our guest today is Jill Nossa, their executive director. Now, Bill, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry I stepped on your
That's all right.
announcement over there. But did the businesses, like you were saying, do they offer something, either helping set up, or just even for the people, maybe, I'm going to say free French fries with every hamburger, or free toppings on the ice cream that night or something?
Well, they don't offer anything like that to the community. We do ask our restaurants to be sponsors for the bands. So a lot of different ones have stepped in over the years, and they will provide the food for the band and our volunteers in our committee, who are also volunteers. Okay. So that has been a huge help as well. As far as offering freebies to people who come out, not so much, especially, I mean, I hate to say it, but since the pandemic, especially businesses are still struggling. Yeah, and so the goal is really to try to support them as much as possible. But
everybody's happy to do that too.
Yeah. And
sounds like tons of fun.
Yeah. But we have, we rely on our committee and teen volunteers to help set up the concerts and to set up the green room for the band and to break down after the concert.
That's good experience
clean up
for
the
them.
trash off the streets and all of that every little bit.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
Yeah,
I mean, every week it's like, okay, it's a lot, but it's really fun.
It's such good experience for the teenagers to help to learn that production side of putting on an event. That's really cool.
Yes.
So I know that the Glen Cove Downtown Business Improvement District does more for the community than just putting on concerts and events. Like you do capital improvements, right? Can you explain what that's all about?
Well, we work with the city to supply services that they don't do. So we actually purchase hanging flower baskets that hang on the lampposts every spring. They come right before Memorial Day, and sometimes, depending on the weather, they're up until mid-November. Last year, we had geraniums that were beautiful and stayed pink and beautiful all the way through the fall. So we do that. We purchase holiday decorations as well. So we try to keep the streets looking nice in that way, adding, we have lit garland along the lampposts in the over the holidays, and we have scarecrows in the fall. And we do, we pay for a landscaper that takes care of a lot of the different flowers and plants mums every fall. And so we do those types of
even as a male, I would say, because sometime at home, my wife will change curtains and I'll say, those are nice. She said, I changed them 6 months ago and you just noticed them now. But really, for a downtown district, if you pass a place and it just looks downtrodden rather than what you're doing, I don't want to shop there. I'll pass it and I'll go actually to the next town, to the butcher shop or the bakery. Something about them it gives it the wrong image. When you put up things and it's relatively simple, good ideas, but it brightens the whole town. It makes it look upscale rather than going downhill. And you want to shop there. And then you try it. And, of course, then the food and the products have to live up to what they're promised. But I'm sure it's obviously good quality, major stores, et cetera. And it's just kind of enhancing the people coming in. Now, do you get involved marketing for the stores and for the downtown area also? Yeah,
we do that as much as we can, especially with social media, on Instagram and Facebook, any specials that businesses have going on, any classes for anything that they have, we will promote, and we do advertising. We'll do a commercial over the holidays. We have a holiday festival in December, and so when we advertise for that, because we want to bring other people into other people from other communities, they can come to that as well. So we also want to highlight our businesses. So we'll get some of our local restaurants on board for that, and also during we do a New Year's Eve concert as well that we started a few years ago for Downtown Sound. So we advertise restaurants and stores for that to get people shopping for the holidays. So that's, one way we do. And we write press releases for new businesses. So we do, as much as we can to let everyone know. In fact, today we have a ribbon cutting for a business. So,
that's fun.
So we'll try to make sure they get press from that afterwards. So.
Yeah.
It really is so important because, again, sometimes I'll see a new business and I don't know if they're open or not. And I'll be passing it, and they're probably open 3 months. But if they don't put ads in the paper or have some event like a ribbon cutting or just something to attract attention, you see it. It looks good. It's hot dogs, it's hamburgers, it's pasta salads, whatever they're selling. But did they open yet? What are their hours? Are they in the transition stage? Are they just, getting established? And by what you're doing, it's kind of introducing the businesses and getting the flow going. And then word of mouth takes care of the rest.
Exactly. Yes.
And so you have a lot of special events. So you mentioned the concert for New Year's Eve. Obviously, we have the summer concert series, but do you do other holiday events?
Yeah. So we do every year. We do a Halloween parade and festival.
Ooh, fun!
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, the kids parade down the street, and then they trick or treat at participating businesses, and then we hire a DJ. We have bounce houses and games, and we do a costume contest and a pie eating contest, and it's a lot of fun. And when the weather's great, like it was last year, we get hundreds of kids, and it's so much fun. And then the holiday festival is usually the first Saturday of December. We have a horse and carriage ride. Last year we had a little choo-choo train ride. We have photos with Santa, hot cocoa bar. And then we added some stocking decorating and letters to Santa writing. And then we also have performers all day long. So we had the different high schools actually, with their bands and choirs, dance, and our local community theater as well did some songs. So it's really fun. It's like, so we have the entertainment on the stage. We do this all in Village Square. And it's a whole day, or well, not a whole day, but it's a whole afternoon of free entertainment for the community. And then the city does its tree lighting, and it's just a really, really nice event that does bring everyone together. And again, we had hundreds, thousands. Oh, last year also with that, there was an artisan craft market happening at the same time. So we closed one of the streets so that about maybe 15 vendors set up there. So people could do their holiday shopping, and it's a great way to bring people downtown again. And
How do you use social media, or do you extensively to increase activity in the area and attention to the area?
How do we use it?
Yeah.
Well, we post things on Instagram and Facebook, or we find other businesses within the district and we repost their posts and share and like, and try to do as much of that. And my assistant director does a calendar events every week that she posts every Monday that kind of lets everyone know what's happening downtown. We have like all the neighbors pages on Facebook that we will share too as well. So
yeah, and you guys share all the good stuff that the businesses are doing.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So just making sure you're really amplifying their voices, right?
Yes.
I'm going to take another minute to remind our listeners that you're listening to My Hometown on the voice of Nassau Community College 90.3 WHPC. I'm Stacy Raine, here with Bill Horan, and we're learning about the Glen Cove Downtown Business Improvement District located adjacent to Glen Cove's waterfront. Today, our guest today is Jill Nossa, their executive director, and we're learning all about it. So can you share any like really cool outcomes that you've noticed as you've been executive director and things that you guys have accomplished for these other businesses? Are there any stories you can share with us?
Another event that we've done is a wellness day. We started that a couple years ago. We have tried to do it last fall and it was washed out. It was rained out both dates. So we kind of changed course and tried to do it inside businesses and tried to just have like a week where people could go to different businesses and because we have maybe 7 different fitness studios downtown now.
Cool.
Yeah, we have a lot. So we were trying to highlight them and get people exposed. And so we have another one that we're hoping the weather will be good that's coming up in spring. And, from that, I do think that the first one, so businesses would do a class demonstration. And I think the first time we did it, between that, we did have some businesses, a jiu-jitsu studio in particular, that did get some clients,
some new clients
from that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And also there was a lot of networking that happened during the event between some of the business owners. So then they started to collaborate.
Oh,
on,
that's fun.
Yeah.
All these new ideas
having
happening.
a massage therapist come into a yoga studio to do self-massage demos and lectures. And so I think anything like that, I think it's helping the business owners network and come up with those ideas that helps both their businesses. That has definitely been good. And
it's becoming a community unto themselves. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
Jill, I'm going to ask you the opposite end of Stacey's question now. She asked you the good stories, the good things. I'm sure there are a lot of challenges with this job. This is definitely not an easy, because just as you mentioned, you can do everything right and the rain comes down. And that messes everything up. And even probably some simpler things that we don't know. Can you tell our audience some of the challenges you face?
Yeah, well, that was a big one, especially last fall. And I know we had 5 weeks of rain, I think, in September and October. So my events were not the only ones that got rained out on Long Island. But you put a lot of effort into it and trying to get, with coordinating with different vendors and with participants and getting everything. So much work goes into getting everything lined up and trying to make it run smoothly. And then when the rain cancels it, it's just very, very frustrating. And with Downtown Sounds too, it's like every week we're, trying to wait to the last minute, watching the weather carefully. You could have thunderstorms in the morning and it's just like, it feels like it's going to be a washout. But you're looking at it and you're like, well, by 6, it's supposed to clear up. So,
it's exciting.
It is kind of exciting, but it's very stressful. And you don't want to make the wrong call, because to cancel it and then have a beautiful skies is like,
then you better get out of town that day.
Right? Exactly.
You're going to go to another town and hide for a few days.
People are calling, so it is very challenging to try to make it.
Yeah.
You want it to, you put all this effort into making everything go smoothly ahead of time, but you can't control the weather. You can't control people who might cancel last minute,
that would be frustrating.
So, that's
I'm just thinking
vendors who show up late, there are challenges.
Are the merchants all supportive, or do you have that cranky merchant go, oh, not another event, I just want to open my shop and do it, and you're having coffee in the street and people are dancing and they have balloons?
Maybe until they see that they're getting a whole lot of new business, and they'll be fine.
Yeah. There's a mix. I mean, having the streets closed is not ideal for certain businesses who maybe rely on the takeout. So we're trying to figure out ways to work with them to make it work for them, because it's an opportunity. And that's what I think everyone needs to see, is that it's an opportunity to highlight your business in a different way maybe than what you're used to. And so we want to try to work with all of our businesses to help them see that maybe you can reach new people through a different way of I don't know exactly how, but
well, we're going to give you an opportunity to reach out. Do you look for volunteers or groups in the community? Well, here's your chance. So tell them out there. You want the seniors, you want the young, the old, the middle? Anyone who wants to help out with events, especially. We could definitely use some help with setting up, with even ideas. A lot of people do come to me with ideas, and then it comes down to, well, how are we going to execute this with a staff of 2? Yeah. So there's so much more that I think we could do, but we definitely need some help from anyone who's willing to actually put in some time. And Stacy has 3 boys. I'm just saying, I'm volunteering for
They're
it.
little, but they are energetic.
They're energetic. You heard that. So, and I think, though, it's obviously a very good resume builder for anybody. And
for sure.
if the younger people, high school, college, want to get involved, if you see this on here, that you're helping your community and doing it, and also you're learning, as you say, if there's challenges, there's opportunities to learn things, how to handle them, how to get around them, salesmanship, negotiation, etc. I'm sure a little bit of everything.
Oh, yes.
And for the older people,
Event
it's a little time to use their skills and get out there and be part of the community.
Right.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, do you want to give us that website again?
glencovedowntown.org.
And any big events you want to let us know, and we can look ahead to the year that you want to alert people to.
Well, May 18th, we have Wellness Day, 10 to 2 in Village Square. We'll have, I think, 6 different businesses doing different fitness studios, doing classes, free classes in our square, about 20 to 30 minutes each. And then we'll have some vendors selling different wellness products or supplying information.
Yeah.
So
sounds like you can learn a lot.
That'll be fun. And then Downtown Sound starts on July 5th. So,
and anybody who's enjoying it should know that Jill Nossa is the executive director. She's the one making all this good stuff happen. So stop by and tell her, hey, you're doing a good job. Thanks.
Thank you.
Sounds fair enough, right? Yes. We want to thank our guest, Jill Nossa, the executive director of the Glen Cove Downtown Business Improvement District. Jill, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm Bill Horan. I'm here with Stacy Raine. We thank you for listening to this week's edition of My Hometown.
We like to get your feedback on My Hometown. Send your comments to WHPC at ncc.edu. Nassau Community College, where success starts and continues. Till next time, this is Bill St. James. And remember, there's no town like your hometown.